I should have wrote this in with the Jocelyn Savage, okay, real quick. That's what this really was for. They were supposed to correlate together, okay? But his lawyers somehow thought it would be great for him to see a psychologist before his sentencing so that they could get an evaluation to give over to the judge, since the prosecutors were asking for 25 years to life for this sexual predator, okay, who wasn't going to leave our daughters alone at McDonald's or our sons. You should have hid your sons, okay? Yep, hide your sons too. A lot of people forget about that part. Too busy worried about the daughter being fast and being targeted. They forget about their sons are being targeted too, okay, at McDonald's. Now it's going to be Chick-fil-A. Yeah. All right. And so he thought it would be a great idea to finally admit, okay, on record, especially to the young lady who argued with me last time during our last live, okay. If you're new here, there was a live that I did on R. Kelly, and I spilled some really, really good in-depth and detailed information on a lot of things that people didn't know surrounding his case and like that. YouTube is like, you know, they real strict on that R. Kelly content, so that's why it's got to stay over here, okay? They only want that commercial friendly, all right? That's why we got this over here. Now, so his lawyers thought it would be wise, just like they think it's wise to say, you know, these are isolated situations that happened over the course of, you know, 30 years. There's no way he should be charged with RICO or racketeering, because racketeering has to do with an organization. Well, he has organized a sex trafficking and human trafficking organization with the help of bodyguards and all of his friends and like that, and even some of the grown ass women that went around to get, you know, yeah. And so she just thought it was like, we shouldn't focus on that. RICO is too, he shouldn't be charged with RICO, and they ended up not beating a RICO charge, because the last person that beat a RICO charge in the United States was over 30 years ago, okay? It doesn't happen. And they just use the legal tactics to convict my client. And so we're going to get him an evaluation to admit that, yes, he is a sexual predator. And because it was, and yes, he did marry, Your Honor, he did marry Aaliyah, but it was Aaliyah's idea at 15 to get married, and he went along with it, but they never had any type of sexual contact, Your Honor. Mr. Kelly, be quiet. This is what you pay me for. This is what you pay me for. Why do I have on my glasses? Don't worry about that. Listen, Your Honor. Your Honor. My client clearly is not a criminal, okay? These were he has the mentality of a first grader, okay? He has the intellect of a first grader. This is obviously not a grown man. Yes, he looks like a grown man, okay? His belly is like a grown man. He sings like a grown man. I mean, he has women throw the panties on the stage like a grown man, but he's really, truly not a grown man. So even though Aaliyah was 15, Aaliyah was technically having sex with a first grader. They just called that pedophile in court, and she dead. Yeah. They just called that pedophile in court, and she dead. She can't even come and defend herself, okay? And that's the reason why the therapist and the lawyers thought it would be a great idea for him to tell the judge, okay, that it was Aaliyah's idea to get married, even though a minor can't give goddamn consent. Whose idea was that? Okay, she wasn't 17 in Illinois. That's why you had to bribe a city official to get the marriage license, and I think the city official, okay, should have been charged as well too, but they just skipping over motherfuckers like that. Yeah, who sent the motherfucking marriage license through knowing that it was fake. Yeah. And so yeah, they knew she couldn't come back from the fucking dad, and our love is a... They couldn't bring no goddamn hologram in there to challenge whether or not it was her idea to get married to R. Kelly, who was 10 or 11 years her senior. He was almost 26 years old, and she was 14. Did I do the math right? Yep, I did. 10 years, okay? 10 years her mother singing, but they just forgot. The lawyer just forgot. Just like she thought she was gonna beat a RICO charge, she thought somehow the judge was gonna see that and say, you know what, since you admitted to marrying Aaliyah, even though she was underage, you know what I'm saying, you were clearly 26 years old, although you have the mentality of a first grader, but first graders don't make 900 million dollars, okay? First graders don't have the mentality to put herpes medication under their bodyguards, okay? To hide from the world that they have herpes. How the did you even know it was herpes medication? How did you know that, Mr. Kelly, if you got a first grade education? How did you know that? You don't know, okay? But all we know... No. Let me be quiet. How did we know that? How? Yeah, they thought it was a great idea. Now he finna serve multiple sentences concurrently, okay? And now she's trying to say the lawyer, I need to put the lawyer's picture up here. Now she's trying to say the lawyer, my client has diabetes and he's obviously an older male, you know, and he's not gonna make it till 80. Yes, he will. He's a celebrity. He will make it till 80, okay? They all live past 80. Look at Bill Cosby out here throwing motherfucking shade, blind, okay? Blind after he done just lost the goddamn civil case and just got the fuck up out of jail. That motherfucker still kicking. He ain't going no motherfucker where. He gonna be around long enough for y'all to send and demand at the jail, give him the best doctors. Y'all threatening to sue because you want to keep them BMI ass cap checks coming in so that Drea Kelly and her motherfucking sure don't get them if he decide to kick the bucket for lack of health care. Need I say more? Moving on. Get a little hit there. Happy birthday, Miss Loni. I don't know how old you are, nor do I care. Okay. I found it rather, first of all, she's on a show. Let me tell you about E! Entertainment. I've never said anything about this, okay? Because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put my ratings up against their ratings, you know what I'm saying? We can easily tell what it is, okay? Now, and besides, you know, like, it's about, you know, it's about setting trends. You understand what I'm saying? It's about creating avenues and, you know, recognizing when your motherfucking work is good. And so, you know, E! Entertainment started following me when I was at 20,000 followers, okay? We had this motherfucking wine slanging. We slanging all exclusive wine. We motherfucking putting it down. And I noticed they hit that follow on all of them. You know what I'm saying? They even sent me a DM to say, you know, you're doing great work. Keep it up. And then a few months later after that, y'all get some exclusive information here. A few months later after that, guess what we get? E! Daily Pop. Now, you know, I say E! Daily Pop. What they popping, okay? They got wine bottles. They got champagne. And they got hosts sitting there talking about celebrity gossip. I said, well, I'll be damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get mad. I had cussed that other white lady out. I said, I ain't about to do this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how long that lasts. But they've been rotating hosts and like that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make it work, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that this one, you know, her crowd is Loni said, look, no offense, you know what I'm saying? Because I love a lot of white comedians out here. I love comedy that's geared towards white people because that shit be funny too. Because if you grew up where I grew up at, Panama City, Florida, okay, you know, white folks you can drag their asses too, okay? Especially when they walking across the street on the hot ass motherfucker concrete with no shoes on, okay? And they feet build up calluses so motherfucking bad they don't even feel the motherfucking heat on the ground, okay? It's 102 degrees outside and they just walking across the street with no motherfucking shirt on, resilient, okay? To motherfucking sunburn, okay? They don't even know what the that is, okay? They stay outside all motherfucking day, all right? And don't burn no motherfucking where. So you ask me, I think them motherfucking white folks down there got some black in them and shit. Cause I was like, y'all ain't got no motherfucking sunburns. Y'all out here all day. Y'all ain't got no goddamn skin cancer. None of them wishing no skin cancer on nobody. But I'm like, how the fuck do y'all do it? How? And they'll say, call me a cracker. They'll say, call me a cracker. This cracker here. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna call you that, bro, because I don't want you calling me no nigga at all, okay? You gonna get your motherfucking ass whooped. Now, it's been a minute, y'all, since I had this wine. Now, so back to the story. So I saw E! Daily Pop, and I've seen them rotating hosts. I've seen them trying to do the very commercial-friendly way of what we're doing over here, okay? Now, if we wanted to be commercial-friendly, we would have been doing that, but that honestly don't sell. That's why The Real only lasted 8 seasons, while The View, because they're not so commercial friendly, is still on motherfucking air, even though they've tried to take The View's concept. See what happened when you take folks? You see what happened? And so now they done gave her a low budget ass set in a black box motherfucking stage room, 3 chairs. They gave her a bar cart with some goddamn wine that she don't drink because she counting calories and shit every motherfucking day. And I'm like, Lonnie, listen, some women just don't lose weight. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose my stomach. We in the same boat. It's not going to work, right? So, and I get it. It's all mental. It's all fucking mental. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, but we can always hope. But unless she goes for something drastic, like a gastric sleeve, that's the only way it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? But she got a man anyway. He don't even give a who gives a, you know what I'm saying? He don't give a. You need to only be pleasing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know, that's all that matter. That's why I don't give a what people say about my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't picking it up to put your in it. It's my shit and Shaq shit. He ain't compl- When he complain, then we got a motherfucking problem. Okay? Then maybe I slide down to Miami and get me a little tuck. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I probably won't even do that shit anyway. I'll just be like, you know what? I'm just going to starve myself. It is what it is. No, I ain't going to do that. Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? They got a little basic set, you know what I'm saying? Giving her a basic, barely a salary, you know what I'm saying? Because that is a fill-in show. I don't know if you know what a fill-in show is. Take Sister Circle for instance, Sister Circle, you don't hear Sister Circle no more because Sister Circle was only created to fill in slots until they got someone who was going to remain there permanently. They never, ever wanted Sister Circle to be a main show, but they drove it and they tried to get it to stay. But my wife was saying, no, we got to put something better here, okay? Maybe like a Dave Ramsey or somebody. You know how that goes, okay? Same thing with E! Daily Pop, okay? They're trying to make it something, but it's only so far that it can go. You know what I'm saying? And I just watched them take my shit. It's all good, but you know what I'm saying? Look what they doing with it. We do it better over here. So, you know, I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. And to hear her say that, you know what I'm saying? This is where, you know, the Tamar Braxton comes in at, okay? And I say this to say, there was a lot of talk about, you know, Tamar Braxton being too ghetto, too real. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have any couth about herself. They were bringing in viewers that they necessarily didn't want. They wanted a more commercial friendly, more housewife type viewer. And they wanted a black woman that fit in with the white folks. Okay, are you following me? Okay, that's what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Her wigs look like wigs. They didn't want anybody with no lace fronts on and like that. You know what I'm saying? They wanted us to know, as well as the white people watching, that this is definitely not her hair. This is a wig. This is a synthetic wig. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are the ones that, you know, I ain't gonna say that. I was about to go there. I ain't gonna go there. Listen. They just wanted everybody to know that she wasn't all the way black, okay? Tamar was too black. And see, here's the thing. So they got rid of one black woman because that black woman was a little too powerful for them. They couldn't really control her. She was too real. She was commanded the attention so much so that she drowned out Loni, and Loni was a mother comedian. So how is it that Tamar Braxton, who's not a comedian, okay, who hasn't really been in entertainment as far as on the entertaining side, okay, she's been a singer, she's been a songwriter, you know what I'm saying, she's a reality TV star, but they were trying to differentiate the roles. Did I say that word right? They were trying to differentiate the roles, okay? So that everybody knew, that America knew the differences, but Tamar was funnier than Loni, and that didn't sit well with her, you know what I'm saying? And so what do? You start complaining, you start writing letters and sticky notes to the producers and start pointing out that's going on, and her personality is too big. We can't talk. We can't get a word in. You know what I'm saying? She's checking us, and we don't want that type of energy, so they let her go, right? And then she's the token black woman with the synthetic wig, right? That they're praising now, but they never praised her. So she gets on E Daily Pop. Follow me. I'm gonna tell you where the going here. Hold on just a second, okay? So she gets on E Daily Pop, right? And says, oh my God, it's my birthday. They surprised me. Surprise! She's like, oh my God. So they roll that bar card out, give her a goddamn cake, put a hat on, the synthetic wig is sent to the side, sliding down, and you know what I'm saying? Because the wig too silky, you know what I'm saying? She can't curl that, you know what I'm saying? So she fixes it and says, oh my God, after 8 seasons of being on the reel, I have never in my life ever had them surprise me with a birthday celebration. So what does Twitter does? Twitter says, no, you fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? You shared a birthday with another co-host here and they pulled the receipt. She says, no, I wanted to be celebrated by myself. People be telling on themselves. What you mean you wanted to be celebrated? I wanted to shine as the only black woman on the show. Jenny Meyer's not black, even though she's black dick. Yeah. Tried to do my makeup like hers today. Very, very subtle. Not too black. You know what I'm saying? I date a white man and I need to look as if I date a white man. Now, y'all, you know it's gonna be one of the motherfucking nights and I'm drinking wine, coffee, and water. Matter of fact, it's a goddamn Americano. Listen. Nah. So she's like, I just wanted to be celebrated by myself. They like, Loni, for real. So Tamar enters the chat, and Tamar says, I'm saved on this good day today, okay? Because she could have went there. So now, after you helped to push another black woman out so that you and your synthetic wig could shine, next time you got to tell the makeup artist to darken them eyebrows so they kind of match a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of look a little bit. I think the fact that her eyebrows aren't really darkened is making the wig look shinier. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. Maybe they're just used to lighting light-skinned women. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But as a comedian on the reel for 8 years and you couldn't make one motherfucking audience member laugh? And you mad because they ain't slide you no motherfucking chocolate cake out there to say thank you for making us not laugh? Get the out of here. I can't today. I cannot today, okay? I cannot. Happy birthday, Loni. Happy birthday, okay? You have now celebrated and helped them to celebrate not respecting black women. There you go. Happy birthday. Don't forget, today we are offering on shoptkdeals.com the sea moss drops. This is something that everybody needs to have in their diet. It has 98% of the vitamins and minerals that the body needs daily. We have this in mango. We also have it in pineapple. It has 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, the same sea moss that Dr. Sebi preached about, and the same sea moss that a lot of the health gurus preach about as well. It also has spirulina, which is very potent in vitamins and minerals as well. It has zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? Use the coupon code TK10 to get your sea moss drops. This is our mushroom Vitamix, okay? The T-cell, NK cell Vitamix, very potent. The reviews on the website say everything. This is used to help optimize T cells, to help optimize natural killer cells, which kill off cancer cells in the body and things like that. It's been used in a ton of therapy. It's been in Chinese medicine for years, and people are raving about this. All you got to do is Google shiitake mushrooms. This is shiitake mushrooms along with turkey tail, some lion's mane, some cordyceps, all blended down. You can either cook with it, you can put it in your smoothies, you can drink it. in water. Either way, you need this about twice a week. And if you're not down with the powder, we do have the gummies, all right, which has all of that in there. Shiitake mushrooms. It also has the reishi mushroom, has the chaga, it has the white button. And so all of this is condensed down into the mushroom extract complex. And also we have the mushroom 10X, okay? That's available as well on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off of your first order. Don't forget, guys, we are featuring the Koji Cocoa Soap. This is something that I use to help even my skin tone, clear dark marks and things like that. This is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? Be careful about using it on your face. Yes, it will lighten the dark marks, but it will lighten your face as well, and you don't want to be out here looking like Nene Leaks, okay? This is the Koji Cocoa Soap. We have the sugar case. I am so in love with the body oils, and you guys are too, because you're emailing me about them. These are body oils infused with like glazed donut fragrances. We also have watermelon squeeze. We have, let me put this up. We have the watermelon squeeze. We also have the Georgia peach body oil, okay? I usually put these on when I get out of the shower, wet, let them soak into the skin while the pores are open. And then, of course, I carry a bottle around to touch up. It doesn't leak. And that's one thing that I like about this Black-owned body oil company is that they don't leak all in your purse. I could travel with these. They don't spill. I don't know where the hell she got these bottles from or the oils, but she's doing her thing. You can access the sugar case on my website. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have our top seller, which are the Active 8 fasting drops. If you are really trying to fast, if you are really trying to suppress your appetite, the right way, the Active 8 fasting drops is the way that you need to go. The reviews on the website speak for themselves. If you're looking for appetite suppression, which means you have to start first thing in the morning, okay? And you put the drops in your body, you put a little water in your body, and you just do a water fast throughout the day. People are emailing me saying, hey, Tasha, they work better than any type of Ozempic or semaglutide that's out there. It just helps to settle the gas in the stomach, and the stomach tells the brain that you're not hungry no more, okay? And so the fasting drops are available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 and let me know how much weight you've lost personally using the active drops, okay? And with that being said, listen, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head on out of here. If you got a story that you want to tell, something as tragic as this, something maybe as motivating, okay? If you have a tip on your favorite celebrity, please email me at unwindwithTashaK@gmail.com. And also, guys, if you want to advertise on the platform, please feel free to email me at unwindwithTashaK@gmail.com or hit me on Instagram via the DM at unwindwithTashaK@gmail.com. And don't forget, guys, my movies on Tubi are streaming right now. The Last Interview, I Ain't Got It, as well as Everyone Talks to Someone. Thank you so much for your support, winos, and I will see you on our next video. Now I gotta go. Bye.